gracias amigo. I still blame my familia. Mi tío, mi padre bandido.
How we doing?
All I
About
know
2
is
a.m. in
a
the morning. We're out here in Las Vegas with Lil Mexico. How we doing, my friend?
You know this, man.
How you feeling? How's your, what is it, Wednesday night? I guess it's technically Thursday now. Thursday morning.
Yeah, we just networking, my guy.
Right on. Right on.
Working, just hitting these events, these meetings, and socializing, taking advantage of it.
Tired yet?
I wouldn't say tired, just a little, body gets tired, but we ready to go.
Mentally, we sharp.
Yes,
sharp mentally.
Yes.
Sharp
We
mentally.
on the go.
So how'd you get here?
To Vegas.
Yeah.
Drove. I had to drive with the team, so I brought the team, my manager, got the camera, my shooter. So
Shout out Paul.
yeah, Paul Whiskey, you know this. That's my shooter. But they say I keep a shooter to the left of me. You goddamn right I do. Real shooter too, not the violent one. Okay, the cameraman.
Right on, right on. So tell me, what is the most interesting thing about you?
That's a hard question.
Take your time.
I want to say my life.
Your life.
My life, I think where I came from, what I've been through, I find it very, very interesting for me to be where I'm at right now, talking to you, and where I come from. So I feel like it's a tough question because I couldn't specifically tell you this is the interesting part about me, but I feel like my life, my actual whole life is what makes me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Are there any particular aspects of your life that just sort of stand out or you find interesting or you feel like other people find interesting or unique?
Yeah, the switch over of leaving the streets into this music.
Yeah.
And what made me do that is basically the thing that changed my pattern was my mom going fed. So shout out to mama, she's a lion lady. So that's kind of like one of the things that molded me into this right here, into the switch up. And that's what I feel like everybody is like happy, and I feel good about it. So I know it's something good.
That's awesome. What was that transition like for you? Was it difficult? Was it challenging? Or was it sort of seamless? Like, what was that transition like?
It was very hard.
Yeah.
We all go through that. The financial. That's the number one thing that you feel like you're doing all this work, all this investing, all this, overrated hours a year. Like, you probably, if you was at a 9 to 5, you'd be getting great money. But since you're doing all this for yourself, your music, your career, your own self, so it gets kind of hard and questionable.
Yeah.
Do I want to keep going?
Right.
And that's kind of like the thing. So what kept me through all that, back to the question, to answer the question, was God. I just kept praying and I kept asking him, if this is for me, show it.
Yeah.
And just, send me to the people that I need to be around.
Right.
If it's not, it's okay, it's gonna hurt to know it's not for me, but I'd rather stop right now. And it just kept going.
Yeah.
So like right now I'm talking to you, which is a great thing. And there's people like you that I pray on to meet, so we could get out there and put ourselves together.
As Drake said, God's plan.
Yeah. It's nothing but God's plan. Like we can make our own plan, but what they said is this saying, if you want to make God laugh, tell him the plans in your life. He gonna laugh so hard at you because he already got your plan. So just trust in him.
Right on. Have you always been a man of faith, or is that something that sort of evolved over the course of your life?
Well, I grew up no father, so I consider him my father. Okay. So yeah, I've always had that in me. Always been close to him.
Yeah. Always
try to talk to him. Get my little groove on, as everybody do. So it runs in the family. It runs in with my mom, my grandma. We ain't all perfect, so that's a good thing about us that we try to seek for the good.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you feel like your communication with God has evolved as you have evolved as a person?
he talks to me about basically the negativity that I was on, the negative in my life. So he shook up a couple things, as he does to everybody.
Right.
He shakes your little ground up a little here and there and make you see things.
Yeah.
And the pattern that you're doing. So it just led me to push the music more.
Yeah.
Once I saw what I could do, what I was capable of, and how much interest people have towards me
Right.
once they start knowing about me. So
Right.
it's a great thing.
I think that's a really interesting point that you bring up. He'll throw something at you and ask you if you're listening to see it, or he'll help you see something.
Yes.
I think that's really profound, and I think that it's important to listen, and I think that we're not always the best listeners, and I'm wondering how you think we can be better listeners, not only to God but to ourselves and to those around us.
I feel like taking time. We so caught up in this world, the media, the internet, all that is, it takes away the real, the ear.
Right.
You can't be tuned in. It's no different than if your parents were talking to you and you're doing something. It was a mandatory stop what you're doing and look at me, so I can know you understand me. And I feel like it's the same thing. We all lack on that. We so worried about grabbing the phone versus, just taking that one time of your day, which it could be 5-10 minutes, to just lock in and see what you got going on.
I appreciate the now.
Yes. Most of us be thankful, like you said, appreciate the moment that you're living, because a lot of people don't have that.
Right.
So I feel like the losing people too, losing a lot of people along the way, people that meant a lot to me. It showed me I don't want to go there. I don't want to end up like that. Right. So it teaches you, and God can't come down here and tell you, hey, you need to stop doing this. So he sends you people, like you say, he sends people, and it's for you to listen. Just tune in and listen. But yeah, I feel like throughout the years, I've followed a lot of that. You think you got it under control because you're doing right and you're doing good, but then everything comes off for you and you start wondering why. Well, there's little things that we do here and there, man, and it's not listening, not, being a man and keeping your word. We have that problem a lot now. So
I like that. Being a man and keeping your word, or even a woman and keeping your word.
Yeah, because it goes both ways.
Yeah. And I think in today's society that it unfortunately is really hard to find people who A, keep their word, but B, understand how important and how meaningful keeping your word is. And I wonder, what it is we can do as a society, what it is we can do through music or art or through whatever other universal language, what it is we can do to help people understand or at least appreciate the now, or become more connected with the now, and then recognize the little things in life and how important they are.
I feel like it starts with God.
Yeah.
It starts with God. We lacking on that, teaching our kids about that, letting them know what is the real meaning of life, which is your family. We have a lot of problems with that the family is not together, God is not there. Let me take that back. God is not there. The family is not together. So therefore, the house is a broken home, which bills overrated, problems overrated, sadness overrated, and it's just due to that. It all started from not having that root. So it was in my family too. I can't sit here and say, oh, we've been perfect and you see the way I look. Obviously, as we didn't touch a couple corners, like I mentioned earlier, my mom going to federal for a while, for years in federal prison, and me being a kid taught me how to be a man, how to pay bills, how to do all that. Why? Because I thought I was ready. So again, God talks to you and it's like, you're not ready for this, and you're like, yeah, I'm ready. And once he gives it to you, it's like, it'll kill you. So sometimes I feel like he don't give us things because it'll kill us, versus making us, yes, we're not ready for it.
Right.
So it's the same with everybody. If you start doing certain things that are good, and the good comes in, the people that don't like you are not ready for that. They hate you because of that.
Yeah.
So that's what we facing now. That we even got a name for them as haters, and
Yeah.
it's how can I say, a category that they have created
Right.
and said, okay, this is where you stand at, because you can't see people happy, successful, or have a peace of mind, which is very important.
Yeah.
Money, I feel like money is not everything, and I feel like the music,
It's a tool.
yes, it's a tool.
People
to
don't
send
know
a
how to
message.
use it wisely.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Because they say when we get up there, that's all you're gonna hear, beautiful music. So I believe in it. I believe in it, and that's why I'm trying to create music. Whether, we all talk, have different subjects, but at the end of the day, what we try to do is send a message,
Right.
and hope it touches the right one.
Yeah. I really like where your head's at with regard to genuine happiness and how it's becoming something that I think it's being skewed, right? I think we're seeing, oh, I'm be happy when I have these Jordans, or oh, I'm be happy when I have this house, or oh, I'm be happy when I have this job, or when I'm this or that, or here or there. And I'm really interested in your thoughts on whether or not you feel like genuine happiness is dissipating into the background as we continue to push a society that has values that really are not sustainable and not necessarily the most authentic.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that, because I didn't have that material stuff. I didn't have it all. And when you don't have that peace of mind, that love, you don't have that. And that's where I go back to saying that we're not perfect. My family and I, we don't come from that. So we come from learning from our own mistakes and trying to make it better, trying to make our surroundings better.
Right.
And that goes to, if you want your surroundings better, you need to work on bettering yourself. So that's what we at, trying to, better ourselves, better the household, and then we could work on people. Because if you don't have yourself in your household, how you gonna work on anybody?
Right.
Same with loving. You don't love yourself, you don't love your family. How can you love anybody?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. How do you feel like you have worked on yourself? In what ways have you approached working on yourselves to become better in all aspects of your life?
I even did the image, man. We switched up the image. We switched up a couple things just to make people feel like they can approach me in a better way, not be so scared of it. Also working on myself with God.
Yeah.
Spiritually, changing myself spiritually. Physically, drugs and leaving all that behind, and really getting, a focus and a clear-headed, so you can see clear. Smoking and all that, the broccoli, I look at it as, it's a medical thing nowadays. But as far as like drugs and all that, kids, it's not the key. It's not the key to look at all that, man. It's to the Xanax. They're famous for all that of making you numb. I feel like that's just it's killing your brains. It's killing your gift that God gave you. So you don't really need it. Like it's to the point where it's getting over the board, where they can't even show who they really are due to a block of drugs that they have.
Lack of mental clarity too.
Yes, it's a different
hearing
person.
yourself, hearing God. Yeah.
You can't hear him. Like, you that twisted and that high or that slow. If you can't hear a person, how can you even hear God? If you want him to come whisper in your ear or something, it's not gonna happen. Like,
Do you think it's an escape?
yeah, it's definitely an escape. We all been there. I've been there. I've used drugs to numb me, to numb the pain supposedly, but which I come out of it and it's still there. So it's a blockage, like you said. You're just blocking the pain or blocking what you're going through, temporary, because what you're going through is still gonna be there. So again, kids, all the pills and the crazy drugs is just putting you to sleep, and you might not wake up. Leave it alone.
Look at Mac Miller, Lil Peep.
Yeah, we got a bunch of young artists, man. Young artists and
Talented
talented.
too.
Mac.
Yeah.
Mac, one of the biggest talented artists in the game. And, it's sad. It's sad to hear people like that. And I got people in my own, you know, where I come from, people I grew up with, you know, seeing them go through that, dying and all that. So it definitely is a shock. I don't condone that. I don't mess with it. It's something that is a little over the board with the pills.
Yeah.
It's a little too much, and I feel like we gotta. Me as a older head, I feel like having the knowledge that I have, I want to pass that on.
Right.
I want to give y'all that knowledge. I don't
Right.
want to sit here and tell you it's okay. It's not okay. So if you could find another alternative, you know, I find mine talking to God. And trust me, it's not nice sometimes. You know, me and him, I get ugly, I get crying, and you know, it's a thing kind of like you do with your father.
Yeah.
Something that you would do with your father when you mess up and all that. You'll sit there and recognize what you did,
Right.
and try to learn from the mistake. Because I feel like when you don't learn from the mistake, you keep making it.
Right.
Because you keep feeling like, oh, this is nothing. Or you keep asking yourself, man, why do I keep going through all this? Well, you should ask yourself, what are you doing to keep that cycle?
Right.
So it's a number one thing that I try to live by, man. I'm not all the way there yet. We still working on it, me and God. I still got my days that I don't call in and he spanks me. So you know what it is. It's kind of like me asking my daughter, hey, why you don't call me? Why you don't send me a message? What's wrong with you? You don't think about
Right.
me? It's the same with God. So God tells me, hey, you don't like that, huh? I don't like it either. So it's like you say, just pay attention.
Right.
Pay attention to the signs. He gives them to you. He sends your loved ones to tell you the same as the devil. The devil
Right.
gonna use your loved ones. When you're doing good, he gonna use your loved ones to come, you know, shake your little ground
Yep.
and make you feel like you ain't doing nothing.
Yep.
That's when you're supposed to be like, hey, not today, buddy.
Yeah.
And keep it moving. People piss you off.
Yeah.
I go through it all day long. Racist, profile,
Right.
all type of ignorant comments that it's like
Sure.
on Instagram. If I was to pay attention to it and not let God be first, I'd be sitting here
Yeah.
folding.
Like accept it and move on.
Yeah, just move on.
Right.
It's
Don't
something
dwell
that,
on it.
yeah, it's or say a prayer for them.
Yep.
You know, you ain't
Yeah.
got to deal with them. God can deal with them. So remove yourself from the situation. Keep moving.
And who knows what it is they're going through that makes them feel like they have to act in such a way,
Mm-hmm.
because everybody's got their own problems, everybody's got their own struggles, and not everybody's ready to face their struggles, I don't think. And I think that there's probably a lot of fear there, and I'm sure that when you were facing your struggles and when you dropped the drugs and moved into sobriety, I'm sure that there was a lot that you faced there, sort of relieving yourself of that numbing.
Yeah, demons. It's basically demons that we all scared to face.
Right. What
We
was that
all
like?
scared to fight them. It's a battle
Yeah.
that you go through every day. You fight your demons every day, but it's on you to know who's in control.
Mm-hmm.
To know that you run yourself. They don't run you. So it's a demon that you create.
Right.
So you got a choice of creating them and
Yeah.
killing them. So that's what I try to do
Right.
every day, man. Try to set that state positive.
Sure.
I still get my days, little attitudes and all that, but
Yep.
keep it pushing. Like I
How
said.
important is patience in your life?
Oh man, that's my biggest problem. Like I fight that daily, and I try to be understandable. That's how I've been able to work with it. I try to understand the situation first.
Right.
Second, the person that I'm dealing with
Mm.
on the patient side. So if you fighting with it, I feel you. It's a constant thing that I fight with. Behind not having patience because we all want things to go our way like quick.
Right.
Even with God, we say a prayer, it ain't go as we want it. The time that we want it, we forget about God. So
That's where faith comes in.
yes, we do that with our families, we do that with everybody. If we ask them for something, they didn't do it right there and then, we feel like they didn't care enough.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a thing of patience that goes everywhere. You gotta have patience for your craft. You gotta have patience for God's timing when He says so. So it's faith. Most of all, it's faith, having faith and knowing what you're capable of and where you going is already set.
Right.
It's set. Like all you gotta do is just keep working.
Yep.
That's what this is, and that's what we're doing. It's just working. I feel like even when you do make it to an A-list celebrity,
Sure.
you're working 10 times harder.
Yeah.
So
Keep
I
going
feel
up.
like, yes, I feel like work is, for everybody that feels like, oh, well, I'm going to just make this one song, pop off, get rich, and I ain't never got to work again.
Mine's not in the right place.
Yeah, you're definitely not thinking. You're definitely not a businessman or a businesswoman, and you're thinking in the short term.
Or not even doing it for the right reasons in the first place.
You just want a little material stuff here and there, and that's your goal.
Right.
So it's like you said, the world is full of that.
Yeah.
So you gotta grab yourself, pull yourself from that, and stand out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're doing. I know you look at me, you're like, why is that guy talking about God? Like, He uses people like me to tell you and, to keep me in control of what's the real world, not the fugazi that we
Right.
live in.
Yep.
Yeah, we gonna do it. Yeah.
Right.
I got you. Yeah.
The bullshit.
There you go. We'll
Cut the bullshit.
cut through it and just no bullshit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. How does music play a role in all this? Where does music fit in your life and in your journey and its level of importance in your day to day?
I feel like it's a platform.
It's a platform.
It's the platform where God is using me to wake up the youth, wake up my people,
Right.
and send a hope. If I done made it through all the obstacles,
Adversity.
yes, and the odds,
Right.
I done beat the odds,
Yeah.
and I feel like you can too. So it's just I feel like the music is just a way of Him using me and to send a message, to put my life out there, my testimony. That's
Yeah.
what we call it. Our testimonies to give them out there and wake up people to let them know that it is possible. You could go from literally the whole night into the day. Literally from the dark to the light.
Yeah.
And one day to the next. Literally. I done left it, and I done seen death so close that it's like I know God is real. So
Yeah.
I feel like this is definitely a tool.
Absolutely.
Definitely a tool.
That's a really interesting thing that you bring to, I think, not just my attention, but the attention of the viewers, and that is that music is a platform. It's a tool for you to spread your message.
Yes.
And I think I'm so appreciative of the fact that you're using music as a way to spread a message that is working to combat the message of what I refer to as fake authenticity, or
Yeah.
just not realness,
cut.
or just negativity in life, whether that be drugs or household situations or just the way in which you go about solving problems, whatever it is. I appreciate the fact that you know what you're doing with music and that you're using it as a tool and platform to spread a message that combats a direction that society is headed that is probably not the healthiest long term.
I feel like it's something that we need to start doing, like you said. It's something that if we don't take a little start, it's scary. Don't get me wrong, it's scary. It's scary to talk about, the whole formula that I have and how it's working for me. Because the average person wouldn't even believe it. They'll sit here and say, somebody probably paid me and told me to say this. So it's crazy what we have, what we facing. And that's why I send it low key, man. I send it organic.
Yeah.
That's the best way. I
That's
send
the key.
you the message organically.
Yeah. I'm
I'm not preaching. I'm not, getting ready for this interview and writing the stuff down. No. I'm gonna give it to you how I feel it. And you can see I'm real. It's nothing fake over here, and you can ask around too. So it's just that's the message.
Yeah.
That's the message that we're trying to put out there, and you know, conquer a nice amount of people in one arena. For me to like how I'm doing right now, and them be shocked to see a person like me speaking when I'm speaking.
Yeah.
And that's I feel like that's the use of God, to make your world basically the easiest way that he can come into your world instead of you coming into his world, his holy world. It's too holy for you, so you feel like, he may judge me, he may not accept me. So what he does comes into your world.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the beauty of it.
Talk to me a little about what it's like doing all this and raising your daughter at the same time, what role she plays in your life and in your career with music, and just, yeah.
Oh, but it's amazing. That's my number one fan. She's super proud. That's the little, you know, when I'm doing all this, these long days, long hours, and weeks of just work, I get that little one message of, I'm proud of you, Dad, keep working, or little things like that, and it juices me up.
Yeah.
I turned her over to God when she was born. So when she was born, I put her in his hands. I can't take care of her how he can. So I just put that on. Yes, I just
help her learn to listen.
Yes, that's all I'm here for. I asked God for that license for me to guide her through life and show her what life is for and what she got to do in life. And I feel like that's my job here as a parent. But my number one thing to her is God first, family second, and you know, her school, because she ain't got no business but school third.
Yeah.
So that's what we live by, and it's successful, man. She's a wonderful daughter, super blessed.
Yeah. Did she play a big role in your music as well, or?
Yes. A bunch of the music is basically she has been there. She's the only one that's able to be in there while I record too.
Yeah.
I don't really like people being in there while I record, and she's like a big influence.
Yeah. I
could say that's my juice up. That's my to go get it and send these kids the message, because I don't like seeing it, man. I feel like the youth got way more talent than we had back in the days.
Yeah.
The reason I say this is not to say that we were slow, is that we didn't have the resources that they have now.
Right.
Which is the social media, the web. You can find out anything now. You can get to the bottom of your basically your questions that you have about any specific thing. You can find answers.
Sure.
You could literally find the truth.
Right.
Not like back then. They would feed us lies. We would spread the lie, and we was all living by the lie.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got, you know, a lot of things that they able to do. They master crafts way faster than us. So I feel like if we could get them off of that darkness, we will see way more beautiful things than we ever saw. Because at the end of the day,
push them in a different direction, in a direction that's maybe more wholesome, more authentic, more accepting of who they are as a person. We talk about what's important in life. As you said, family. Taking a moment to appreciate just the fact that we're alive, that we have existence, that we have being, that we're here now.
Yeah, because we can't. I feel like, how can we sit here and expect them to live or see the light when they living in the darkness?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody, man, I mean, I can't do everything on my own. I can't wake up the whole new generation or the whole world, right?
Absolutely.
But if we all put our little seed in it of, hey, you should do this, and you know, see about yourself.
Right, a stepping stone at least.
Yes, give them that little push that everybody needs. I needed that days. You know, my people, my mama, my brothers, my sisters say, hey, keep going. You're doing good. In the back of my mind, I've been fighting.
Yeah.
Whether should I go? Should I keep going? Is this the right move? And all along, I'm asking and questioning myself, but God sent the answer. Right. Just keep going. And that's basically what we gotta keep doing to, You know, you got kids, especially you got daughters. Show them, you know, the
You know, when you look at the message you're pushing versus sort of the stereotypical message of the industry right now, how do you feel yours differs, and what do you think we should be changing to push it in maybe a more positive direction?
I feel like just this, the TV we showing a little too much. We got social media a little too much. So I just feel like parents and the people just back it up a little bit. I feel like it's a little over the board right now with I can't even say where I really want to touch it, but it's more of the sex. I want to say the sex choice that we're being faced with is like not more freely, more open, which is a good thing. That's what we always needed. But let's keep putting the old formula into us. That's how we all lasted. That's how you used to see our parents.
Just values, healthy, wholesome values.
There you go. The values of life.
Start finding a way.
The old formulas, the old ways that used to be righteous. Bring them back into.
Find a way to make those values cool.
Yeah, because now we're, you know, we got a free mind now. We're more freely to express ourselves. So let's express ourselves in a free way, but in a good old morals.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Right.
To where we have a little more respect.
Sure.
A little bit more care of your word. A little bit more care of you.
Yourself, those around you.
And the things that you say to people.
Right.
Because a lot of the times we say things and we don't really
We just say shit to say shit.
Yeah, just for the fuck of it, because you're in a moment and then you're like, you done burnt the bridge and then you start wondering why. Well, it's the shit that you keep saying, because I go through it.
Yeah.
So I can sit here and tell you from experience, you know, sometimes I say some shit and I'm like, what the fuck did I just say? Yeah, all over the heat of a moment. And then you gotta go back, talk to God, tell him I'm sorry, and then you gotta look like a dumbass and go talk to them people and tell them I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So at the end, they just try to think, try to think a little bit more.
Absolutely. With that being said, where are you headed?
God said I'm going to the top, so to the top. I'm just headed wherever he sends me, man. Wherever he feels like I need to be there.
Right.
And my heart tells me go, that's what I'm doing.
Absolutely. And what do you want to be doing along the way?
Just helping, first of all, put all my people in a position where they ain't got to worry about no income, none of that. Second of all, try to help out. I've always had that, man, giving back.
Yeah.
I always do that Thanksgiving, Christmas. You know, we go feed the homeless. Christmas, we go to the shelters, give back to the kids and all that. I always want to help. That's always been my thing. So I literally want to, you know, build some type of company or fund or something to create a good organic help.
Use money as a tool to empower people.
Yes.
Use music as a platform to raise that money to empower people.
Yep. It's all a circle, but at the end of the day, it all connects in one, which is the head, and that's the man upstairs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So to you, what is the most important thing about music?
To me, the most important thing about music is being real. Being who you are.
Right.
Not
vulnerable.
Trying to fake so people can accept me. I want to do my style.
Right.
My formula. My way of saying this is a song.
Sure.
Not the way you think I should sound or the way you think I should be doing it. Everybody has their own opinion. I respect everybody's opinion.
Right.
But as for my craft, for myself, music is very important. It changes the way I feel. It changes the way I think. I can sit here and be sad. I listen to some music and I'm happy again.
Right.
So music is very, very important to my life. My daughter loves music. Since I can remember, man, I've been radios and just always had a thing for music. So
Right.
it's super important to me,
Sure.
and that's why I feel like God knew how important it was to me, that He gave me the gift to be able to touch people and get on His platforms to be able to use two things that I love, which is God and music.
Right.
So I'm blessed for that, man.
Absolutely. I hear what I think I'm hearing you say is, for you, music is really important because of the emotion it's able to create,
Oh yeah.
and that emotion comes from vulnerability. As a person, do you feel like you've always been a vulnerable person, or do you feel like there was a time when you had a wall up and you had to eventually break that down to become a vulnerable person, to be open and emotional?
Yeah, I say when Mom went federal, I kind of built that wall, and then when my daughter was born, I let the wall down again, and I was able to experience different things as a human being that I never did.
Right.
So it's a great thing that you go through things in life to make you who you are, just like me being able to do music.
Right.
Because I think if I wouldn't have went through all the stuff that I went through, I don't think I'd be here for
Yeah.
music. I wouldn't have nothing to talk about it. And basically, that's what I feel like I'm shooting music in a poetry way.
Yeah.
That's the
Right.
best way. To send a little message, send a little funk, send a little flavor, and make you happy.
Absolutely.
Cause I'm not gonna lie, man, I love, one of my main things about music that I love is going to see people perform. Going to see big concerts and seeing the reaction of the people. Yes, the energy, the love, the fire,
Right.
the just the bodies
The
connecting one
electricity.
another. Yes, that.
Yeah.
Even if you was to try to fight against that energy in that area, in
Not
that
gonna
room,
happen.
not happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's more likely I
People
don't
are
care.
united.
I don't care if it ain't happened to me. I can listen to all type of music, but for me to be like, oh, I just want to get in the car and listen to some country music, I can't. It's not my thing. Well, when I went, my daughter loves country music. Took her to go see Luke Bryan.
Okay.
Can never forget that. Luke Bryan. I sat there and started listening to his music. It made me get so connected with this artist that I felt like I've been listening to him.
Yeah.
And I told my daughter, man, this is such a good music that it literally almost brought like tears to my eyes to feel the whole energy.
Yeah.
And I didn't go for that. I went to take my daughter so she can have a good
Right.
time. I ended up enjoying it so much that I was like, wow, this is an energy that you can't fight. And that's
Right.
why I said that. You could try to fight it and just be saying, well, I'm not into this music.
Right,
I'm
right.
gonna just go. And it happens to a lot of guys. A lot of guys with the girlfriend says, I want to go see this artist, right?
Yeah.
The boyfriend has to go. You don't want to let her go by
Right.
herself. So what happens a month later? You got the dude, the boyfriend, listening to the artist now.
Yep.
And it's telling the girlfriend, hey, I like this song. I
Right.
thought you didn't like him. Well, I didn't, but it
Changed my mind.
It grew into me after going to the concert.
Yeah.
And it happens. It happens to a
Mhm.
lot of us. Like me, never heard of Luke Bryan, a song, nothing. I went there and I know a bunch of songs.
Yeah. So now you're a big time Luke Bryan fan?
Not a big time fan, but man, I salute that man.
Right on.
That's what you call an artist. And his style of telling you
Mm-hmm.
the culture, telling you and making you feel what he's saying, man, I give it up to that.
Right on. Would you collab with him?
Oh yeah, if I was to ever get even on the hook, that'll be a dream for my daughter. So yeah, man, it's
Future collab with Luke Bryan.
Yeah, it's a lot
Future
of
Little
artists,
Mexico.
man. It's funny that her mom told me, you should try country. They would never expect a person like you doing country. You will blow up. And I started laughing. I was like, you better stop playing because I might think about it.
Yeah, look at Lil Nas X.
Seeing all the reaction of the people.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes you back, I feel like the reason why I connected so much with country music, because it took me back to my roots.
Mm-hmm. The values are
corridos.
there.
Yeah, well, the whole corridos we got in Spanish is real life stories,
Mm-hmm.
which country music is based on.
Right.
Real life stories.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me back to my roots, my culture, to feel it.
Right.
The cowboy, the boots, the hat,
Yeah.
the corridos, the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
banda, the
Right.
just the whole instruments. It's like it brings back that
Right.
feeling. And that's why I feel like
That's
a lot of
special.
people could connect with that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay,
If they listen.
yeah, you may not connect to them right now in your era, but your parents probably connected, so it reminds you of them.
Yeah.
Or your parents could listen to some stuff and look at you like, what are you listening to? Like, is that even music? And to you, you love it. So
Yeah.
it's different eras, different. I was just listening to a documentary. It's crazy that I just thought about this, about how the jazz was originated based off, it was kind of like the hip hop music back then. It was based off, originated by marijuana, the whole thing of
Right.
the culture that we have
Right,
nowadays. And it
It's
tripped,
the old school version.
yes, it tripped me out because I was like, wow, jazz was the old rap days.
Mhm.
Like, that
And
was
you
the
look
old
at-
rap.
You look at the dancing of that time too.
The same
swing.
thing, same
swing
thing,
is like,
like-
what is this? You know,
Yeah.
jazz music, swing dancing, like, yeah, absolutely.
Like right now, what we got, the whole little, the dance moves and all that, that
Mhm.
they came out with. To us, we looking at them as crazy, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
If you look at jazz, it's the same moves, the
Mhm.
same breakthrough
Yes.
that they use. So I look at it and now it's kind of like history been repeating itself.
Oh yeah.
It just, we've been breaking different walls down.
Yep.
We started with jazz, hip hop, then
Mhm.
rap, then the rap turned into trap music. Now we got trap. We got a category, as if you go on your phone and you type in trap music, it's got a category.
Yeah.
So we breaking those walls, and that's what I love about music.
Right.
That you can sit here and say you don't like it, you gonna ban it, but if so many people love the music and so many people stand with the music, you can't knock it down.
Absolutely.
You can't stop the movement.
Absolutely. With that being said, we're getting close to the end of our time, and if you could ask your fans any question, what would you ask them?
That's a good one. I think I would ask y'all, why y'all keep sleeping on me? How can I wake y'all up? What I gotta do to wake y'all up? I think that's my questions.
Right on. Right on. It's been an absolute pleasure. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
It's organic, and I
Organic.
like this. Organic.
Me too. Later, Mood Fam.
Mood! You know what we in the mood for. Later.